everyone, I'm Jessica. Today we're going to work on your speaking skills. We are going to be practicing phrasal verbs in speech. If you say, what's a phrasal verb? You can check out my previous video and it will help explain what phrasal verbs are. This video lesson is good for all levels, so beginning, intermediate, and advanced. If you're not sure what a phrasal verb is, like I said, you can check out that video, or let me just tell you really fast. This will be two words. The first word is a verb, the second word is a preposition. So phrasal verbs are very common in English, especially in speaking. Phrasal verbs are part of our casual language. It's very important to learn phrasal verbs so you can communicate with native English speakers, and when you watch movies, we use it a lot. We use them a lot, so that way you can understand what you hear. You might be wondering, Jessica, how can we speak together? Because I'm here and you're there, but we can definitely practice speaking even through the internet. Today I'm going to ask you 10 questions. After each question, I will give you a little time to respond. If you're still speaking and you need more time, please hit the pause button, continue talking, and when you're ready, hit play again on the video, and then you'll hear me ask you the next question. I will also have the question up for you in case you have difficulty hearing what I said. I will say each question 2 times. After I ask you the question and I give you time to respond, I will also answer the question myself. That way you get an idea of a possible answer. Remember, there's no right or wrong answer. You answer according to you and whatever you think and what's true about you. So let's begin. Okay, first question. How often do you eat out? Eat out means eat outside of the home. So like eat in a restaurant. Okay, so I'm going to give you time right now to answer the first question. How often do you eat out? Okay, I'm going to answer the question now just so you get an idea of a possible answer. Like I said, there's no correct answer. It's whatever you think, you feel, how often you eat out. Of course, there might be some grammatically incorrect sentences. So you can, if you want, type some of your sentences in the comments below and I will see how they are and I will correct them if you're making any mistakes. So as for me, how often do I eat out? I usually eat out around 2 times a week. It depends. Since I am currently teaching evening classes, Monday through Thursday, I don't have time to eat out for dinner except for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So on the weekend, maybe I eat out twice. Okay, next question. What would you do if you found out that you had a serious illness like cancer? Find out means discover information. What would you do if you found out that you had a serious illness like cancer? If I found out that I had cancer, of course I would be devastated. But after the initial shock, I would do whatever I could to fight the disease, whether that's getting treatment, going to see some specialist, or finding support groups. Not everyone who has cancer passes away. Pass away would be another phrasal verb, which means die. So I wouldn't necessarily pass away, but there is a chance that I could. So I would fight my hardest to battle cancer. And I would make sure that I spend a lot of time with my loved ones and treasure those moments. Because even if we don't have cancer, we don't know how long we're going to spend on this earth. And I would also travel the world because since I'm sick and there's a possibility I could die or pass away, then I would want to see as much of the world as I possibly could. Okay, third question. Who is someone you can count on? Count on someone or something means depend on. Who is someone you can count on? I can always count on my husband. He is my best friend, and whenever I have a problem or I need advice, I talk to him. I know he will be there no matter what happens. Have you ever bumped into or ran into someone that you know? Explain. Bump into or run into someone means to meet accidentally. You didn't plan to meet the person, you just were at the same place at the same time and you saw each other there. Have you ever bumped into or ran into someone that you know? Explain. Since I live near a college that I teach at, I tend to bump into my students at places in the community, such as the library or post office. 2 weeks ago, I bumped into one of my old students at the library. And I was like, wow, what are you doing here? How are you doing? It's good to see you. So sometimes it's good to bump into people that you know. Maybe if you run into an ex-boyfriend or girlfriend, you might be like, oh, that's awkward. I don't want to talk to him or her, and maybe you want to walk the other way. But usually it's good to bump into people we know as long as we like them. When you're sad, what is something that you do to cheer yourself up? Cheer up means make happier. You can make yourself happier or someone else can make you happy. When you're sad, what is something that you do to cheer yourself up? When I'm sad, I like to go shopping to cheer myself up. It helps get my mind off of things. But then when I see my bank account, if I spent a lot of money, then I get sad because then I have less money in my bank account. Something that's also therapeutic for me that helps me relax and feel happier is to cook. I really enjoy cooking, and that is one way I can also cheer myself up. What is something you put off doing lately? Put off means delay. What is something you put off doing lately? I've put off going to the dentist for quite some time now. In America, it's recommended to see the dentist 2 times a year, so every 6 months. And I was supposed to go in for my 6-month checkup a few months ago, but I didn't go because I've been so busy and honestly a little lazy, and I'm not too keen on dentists. So even though they help make your teeth look really nice, I don't really like when they clean your teeth, the feeling and the it hurts my teeth a little bit because I have sensitive teeth. Okay, next question. When do you dress up? Dress up means to put on nice clothes. When do you dress up? I dress up when I go on dates with my husband and for special occasions like weddings or job interviews. Today I'm actually dressed up in a dress for all of you so I could look nice on camera. Otherwise, I would just be wearing a t-shirt and jeans to relax at home. But like I said, I dress up when I go on dates and for weddings and job interviews. Or if I just want to look really nice to make a good impression. Okay, now it's our 8th question. Do you get along with your teachers, boss, and or neighbors? Get along with means have a harmonious relationship. You are on good terms. You don't fight. Sometimes people don't get along with each other. They do not have a good relationship. They argue, fight, or are rude to each other. Do you get along with your teachers, boss, and or neighbors? So if you're a student, do you get along with your teachers? If you're working, do you get along with your boss or your manager? And all of us should have neighbors. So a neighbor is someone who lives next to you or right near you. So do you get along with your teachers? boss, and or neighbors? Since I'm a teacher, I'm not taking classes right now, but I do get along with the other teachers that I work with, all of my colleagues. I also get along with my boss, who is my director, and I get along with my neighbors. I'm actually a very friendly, easygoing person, so I tend to get along with a lot of people. Okay, on to our 9th question. Do you work out? If so, how often? And what do you like to do? Workout means exercise. I enjoy working out, but I don't have as much time as I would like to work out. So right now, I work out about 4 days a week. I go running outside and I do push-ups, crunches, and some other ab exercises. Ab like abdominal exercises. And if I have time, then I will also play tennis. So I do some ab exercises and some arm exercises and some cardio. Okay, last question. Have you ever given up? What is something that you gave up doing? Give up means quit doing something or quit trying. Have you ever given up? What is something you gave up doing? I think all of us have given up something in our lives. For me, I gave up learning Chinese and Japanese temporarily. So I used to learn Japanese in the past, but then I got very busy and then I went to live in Taiwan, so I didn't need to learn Japanese anymore. I started learning Chinese, and I wish I could say that I was fluent in Chinese and Japanese, but I'm not. The reason that I quit studying those languages is because I didn't have enough time. I have 2 young children and I teach full time, so it's very hard for me to find time to study. But very soon this summer, I'm going to start studying Chinese again. So if you gave up doing something, hopefully you can find the time or the motivation to do it again. Unless it's an unhealthy habit, let's say you quit smoking, then good for you. That's a good habit to kick and not do anymore. Okay, so those were our 10 questions. Hopefully you were able to answer them and have a conversation with me. Hopefully you weren't just listening to me speak the whole time. If you didn't have enough time, remember, you can play it again. You can go back through and pause and pretend that we're talking back and forth. If you want to try and answer some of these questions in writing, you can put it in the comments below and then I can respond to them. Okay, thanks for watching. Hopefully you learned a lot and you go out and use these phrasal verbs in your everyday experiences with others and interactions. Okay, bye. See you next time.